graduating class of 2020, staff, parents, and visitors, please join me in welcoming Principal of Brockton High School, Dr. Cliff Murray.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Cliff Murray, Principal of Brockton High School, and I will be presiding over today's graduation ceremony, which we all know is long overdue. As we begin, I would like to ask all graduates and all those in attendance to be very respectful of this important and dignified ceremony. The ceremony is a lifetime milestone as we celebrate the accomplishments and achievements of these great graduates, and every one of the graduates and their families deserve to hear their name clearly. So please, we would ask that you be respectful throughout the day. Also, the programs that were available at the front gate list our scholarship recipients, so please be sure to refer to the program for that information. But most importantly, thank you for your cooperation, and especially this year, maintaining this atmosphere of safety and respect with regards to masks and social distancing. Clearly, these are difficult times, and we appreciate your cooperation in this endeavor. So let's begin. We hold this ceremony today under very different circumstances than we left school more than 4 months ago. Our community has been greatly impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Our entire country is bearing witness to the impacts of racism, and many have opened their eyes and raised their voices to demand social justice. On behalf of the Brockton Public Schools, I ask you to please join me in a moment of silence to remember the lives of Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and the loved ones and neighbors in the City of Champions we've lost during the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you. Would everyone please stand for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner and then remain standing for the flag dedication. If you could remain standing, your attention is called to the American flag on the behind me, next to the goalpost. This flag is displayed today and will be at all future Brockton High School graduations in the memory of the late Robert Leon Boss, a graduate of Brockton High, class of 1963, and in memory of all alumni that have given their lives in the service to our country. Robert gave his life to our nation on the battlefields in Vietnam on May 6, 1966. This flag, which was draped on his casket, has been given to Brockton High School by the Boss family, and the Brockton School Committee has decreed that his sacrifice will be honored in the above annual tradition. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. You can be seated. I'd like to welcome Honorable Mayor Sullivan, Superintendent Thomas, members of the Brockton School Committee, members of the City Council, state representatives, parents, guests, faculty, and staff. And most importantly, I would start things off by congratulating the class of 2020. Let's hear it for you guys. You have waited more than you should have, longer than you should have for today. So good morning and welcome to the 154th Brockton High graduation ceremony. It is truly a gorgeous day for this event. Congratulations to all of you, class of 2020. We are gathered here today under the most unusual of circumstances, yet it does not diminish in any way what these amazing young men and women have accomplished. They are truly impressive both individually and as a group. They have had a significant part of their lives altered and they'll never get it back. However, they have not let this define them. It would have been easy to become bitter, resentful, even angry. Instead, they have persevered, showed their resilience, their poise, and maturity beyond their years. The word that best describes how the graduates of 2020 have handled these past 4 months is class. This is a very classy group of young men and women. Today we celebrate everything you've accomplished and, more importantly, all the great achievements for you in the future. On a personal note, over thousands of emails and calls I've received these past months, you've been supportive and compassionate, always asking about me. You have touched me with your grace. It's all you have lost, and I am deeply thankful and will never forget you for this. Today marks a milestone of which I feel there will be many for this group of dynamic young adults. As a community and nation, we stand on the cusp of great change. Our students are not only prepared for this change, but I believe they will be leaders of whatever our future holds. Having already mastered how to work cooperatively, respectfully, understanding the skills and techniques necessary for negotiation and productive change, registering to vote, doing the census. I am very proud and so confident of who they are. I know that our future is a bright one and in good hands. Never forget the bonds you've forged, the memories you've made, and the lives you've impacted. They will always remain with you. Thank your families and friends, teachers, and all those that have supported and helped you along the way. Stay true to yourselves, follow your hearts and your passions. Best wishes and good luck in whatever you choose to do. And never forget, once a boxer, always a boxer. I'd like to introduce the Honorable Mayor Sullivan.
Good morning, class of 2020. How's everybody doing? Well, first of all, I was in the red building, so I'm really partial to red. So red's the best, boxer strong. But as the mayor of the city, Brockton, I want to first of all acknowledge your parents, grandparents, guardians, and loved ones, everybody here. Let's give them a round of applause. I want to thank Superintendent Thomas. I want to thank Dr. Cliff Murray. I want to thank the school committee and the city council for working to make sure that this could happen. You were disappointed this year. No one expected in the year 2020 to have a pandemic. The disappointment was that you couldn't have prom, you couldn't have sports, you couldn't have drama, you couldn't have band. Well, you're champions within the city of champions. And what does a champion do when he or she loses or gets knocked down? You get up, you learn from your losses, your disappointments, you dust yourself off, and you become a winner. And today, each and every one of you are winners. Each and every one of you today join a club that I joined 32 years ago when I was sitting out there, class of '88. You're gonna get a diploma today. You're gonna be a graduate of Brockton High School. Best public high school, not on the East Coast, but in the United States of America. And no matter what you do, go to college, go to junior college, go to the armed services, go into the workforce, whatever you do, the future is yours. That piece of paper is the key. You can unlock that future now. I'm proud of each and every one of you as a Brocktonian. And just remember this, no matter what your future is, wherever you go, Brockton is always your home. Always. Once a Brocktonian, always a Brocktonian. But today is your day. Enjoy it. Congratulations. The future is yours. God bless each and every one of you. Job well done. Class of 2020, red.
And the next that would like to speak is Superintendent Thomas.
Thank you. I want to welcome the graduating class of 2020. I want to welcome your teachers, your families, and your loved ones. I wish we could have done all 4 buildings at once, but it makes me happy to be able to welcome you to an in-person graduation ceremony for the Red Building. First, I'd like to hold a moment of silence for 2 Brockton Public School employees that we lost suddenly over the last 2 weeks. Principal of the Kennedy School, Brian Rogan, who served the Brockton Public Schools at the Kennedy for over 35 years, and teacher at South Middle School, Jimmy Wooten, who taught foreign language. They were both taken from us over the past 2 weeks suddenly, so please, a moment of silence for both of those men. I want to thank Mayor Sullivan, the Brockton School Committee, the Board of Health. They did everything in their power to make sure we had an in-person graduation today. We are only one of few districts who are holding in-person graduations, and it was because of them that made this possible. I would also like to thank Principal Dr. Murray, Dean Kopp, and Assistant Dean Gasha, Senior Class Advisors Nicole Ontero and Dave Brophy for all of their hard work. I want you to now look into the stands. I want you to thank your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, brothers and sisters, and all your loved ones for their support that helped you get to today. So please give them a round of applause. Thank you all. I want to thank your teachers, your counselors, the support staff that worked hard over the years to support you. I want you to remember the administrators, teachers at the schools you attended before Brockton High School, like East, Hancock, South, Brookfield, Davis, Brookfield, and so many other schools that you attended in the Brockton Public Schools family. I also want to apologize to you for this pandemic. It ruined your end of your senior year, and it really stunk. Now, I'm a superintendent, and I can't use language that's stronger than that to express how disappointed I was in the end of your senior year, but it really did stink for you, and I'm sorry about that. But you made the switch to virtual learning quickly. You not only did that, a lot of you picked up part-time jobs, and you also supported your younger brothers and sisters as they did virtual learning. So I'm amazed at your work, and you should be applauded for that. Finally, I said this during the virtual ceremony, but I need to say it today, that I know you are ready to do what is necessary to lead us forward. You are the generation that will stop the next pandemic from happening. You are the generation that will push us towards a more equitable and just society that will end hatred and racism, and you will elevate everyone. All of us here today look forward to supporting you and cheering you on. Please enjoy today with your loved ones. I cannot think of a graduating class more deserving of this recognition than the class of 2020. We honor you. You are champions in the city of champions. Have a great day. Thank you, and God bless you all.
You all set? Now I would like to introduce Dean Kopp, and we will start the awarding of diplomas. Dean Kopp.
Good morning, class of 2020. I am so proud to be here with all of you. I am so happy that we had this opportunity to be here one last time together. To see all of your faces today brought great joy to my heart, so thank you all for being here. I would like to introduce the graduates of the Red House class of 2020. Marlise Afonso, George Ami, Colvin Alexandre, Yasmin Alfama, Danira Alves, Erica Alves, Raphael Alves, Julia Amato, Noah Anderson Parker, Josiane Andrade, Mariah Andrade, Zeliza Andrade, Antero Andrade Alves Fernandez, Ediane Arujo, Brian Arias Nunez, Josiah Azair, Jadine Aubrey Jocelyn, Nayara Banks, Dajela Barbosa, Jason Barrows, Darwin Bassan, Taryn Bennett, Renata Bento, McAnthony Bernard, Shamfa Biename, Cassandra Blott, Christian Bonney, Sarah Borelli, Markelly Brucius, Samuel Brutus, Francisco Cabral, Marcio Cabral, Stefan Cadet, Yara Cardoso, Kaylee Carpenter, Marcelo Carvalho, Leah Chadwick, Johnny Chavez, Saquon Cherteville, George Cheritakis, Edgar Cyprian, Caroline Clark, Anthony Clark Dunleavy, Brianna Claremont, McNee Claremont, McCharlie Claremont, Miriam Condi, Alex Cords, Ronan Cords, Olivia Cutts, Manuel DeGrassa, Belvic De Silva, Nevaeh De Cruz, Yadonza Davis Hunt, Jesse DeAndrade, Jair De Barros, Daniela De Pina, Giselle De Pina, Jaisa De Pina, Vital De Pina, Avian Dean, Deanna Desronville, Shanley DeVilme, David Divers, Devon Dodd, Maxime Dongmo, Steffi Dongmo, Ariana Dukran, Jane DeSantos, Jessica DeSantos, Mario DeSantos, William Dragonetti, Sebastian Dupage, Richard Etienne, Angelina Fernandez, Mikhailo Fernandez, Aliza Fernandez Oliveira, Robert Fernandez, Mark Florestal, Jory Fonseca, Carlene Fonseca Vieira, Elijah Forts, Caleb Fox, Jose Furtado, Kenneth Gamble Montero, Jean Janus, Tara Gervais, Ariana Gomes, Jordan Gomes, Aliana Goncalves, Tamarik Goncalves, Wilson Goncalves Lobo, Desiree Guerriere, Warsam Hassan, Jordan Hendricks, Tiffany Hernandez, Serena Holland, Giovannia Horta, Simone Howard, Anaya Hyman, Isosa Imafidin, Karen Inocencio, Bianca Jamu, Lukenia Jean, Peter Jean, Gaudi Jean Baptiste, Randy Jean Francois, Daphne Jerez, Duneska Joseph, Nelda Jocelyn, Alana Kelly, Paris Caboro, Faith Kaboski, Shannara LaPlante, Marvin Leroy, Angelica LeBron. Gary Lee. Faith Lemieux. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Garsha to read the second half of the Red House. I kept going. Luana Lima.
Okay, start with her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luana Lima. Dalnesia Livermento. Gerald Lofton. Edina Lopes. Pedro Lopes. Simone Lopes. Josiane Louise. Roseanne Louise. Andrew Lynch. Asante Martin. Devin Martinez. Jesenindo Martins. Zuri Messiah. Henry Matthew. Sean Monis. Kevin McCarthy. Kadeja McLean. Jocelyn Mejia. Melissa Mendez. Nikel Mendez. Otavio Mendonca. Stacy Paulino Mendonca. Anthony Menino. Ashley Marissier. Aaliyah Miranda. Valdemar Miranda. Aria Montega. Edson Montero. Jovina Montero. Rui Montero. Kathleen Montero DePina. Josiah Montesol. Fabian Morales. Eric Moreno. Shannon Murphy. Jean Nastant. Alyssa Neves. Chi Nguyen. Vikem Nichols. Matthew Norman. Tilker Nunes. Frederick Odom. Charlens Passib. Notori Patia. Serdia Perry. Kenny Philemon. Johnston Pierre Antoine. Janessa Pires. Rosaria Pires. Alexandria Pratt. Angela Pratt. Michael Peerdall. Nguyen Quach. Peyton Raythiel. Olivia Ratto. Naya Reese. Samora Renee. Danny Rezendi. Adilson Rodriguez. Jesmani Rodriguez. Elnair Rodriguez da Costa. Stephanie Rodriguez Vargas. Victor Roldan. Jose Rosa Marmolejos. Brandon Rosado Lorenzo. Michael St. Louis. Gabriel Sanchez. Jamal Sanin. Layla Sanin. Christian Santos. Jasara Samedo. Joseph Seymour. Odessa Shea. Joseph Siegel. Raul Silva Goncalves. Savio Suarez. Saskia St. Lot. Orlando Stallworth. Leah Stewart. Brandon Suxo. Elton Tavares. Denilson Tavares. Janira Tavares. Melanie Tavares. Rosanna Tavares. Jasmine Teixeira. Marcelo Tenorio. Keisha Termin. Tyler Tessier. Isaiah Thelwell. Akeem Termain. Alec Thompson. Max Tobon. Dylan Tubbs. Markinson Ulysses. Gabrielle Valentine. Stephen Van McNeil. Claudino Varela. Maria Varela Martins. Nathan Vega. Giovanni Velasquez. Lisandro Velasquez. Xavier Velez. Annabelle Vieira. Anilton Vieira. Shauna Watson. Amik Watterson. Destiny Wilkerson. Junior Xavier. Tamir Ibn Yahya. Julia Zavala. Rishon Sang. Javier Gomes.
How about a big round of applause for the Red House graduates of 2020? Let's hear it. Come on. You've waited a long time. We have one more piece of official business, but before we do that, we have to sanitize the field in the stadium for our next group. So I would ask, as I have all spring long, for your cooperation, if you could please take your water bottles, programs, and make sure that you take those and throw them out. It will just help us get the field ready for the next group. But now, the last piece of official business is Brockton High students, soon to be graduates. Please please stand up. As is tradition, you are going to move the tassel on your cap from one side to the other, and this makes you completely, totally official. Congratulations. Well done. Have a great time and a fantastic summer. That's it. You are graduates. Come on. Let's go. There you go. All right. Thank you. And again, if you could, make sure you police yourselves. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you.